I learned about Safe Harbor through a friend who was a teacher at our high school, our local high school where my daughters went to school. They're graduated now. And she had had issues with her son and learned that we were having some issues with our younger daughter and had told me about Safe Harbor. At that particular time, we were not ready or willing maybe to get help. And so I kind of kept the name in the back of my head. And about 6 months later, we had some major issues with child number 2. And I remembered the name Safe Harbor, went back to this friend and asked her what she thought and if I should give Sean a call. And she gave me his contact number, and I've been connected ever since, and that was May of 2015. I've kind of evolved in Safe Harbor, obviously first coming in May of last year. With sorrow and fear and anger and lack of hope, and really fearing for our daughter because we had given her the alternative of following the rules in our home or else having to leave, and she chose to leave. And so Safe Harbor helped us and supported us through the journey of her being in and out of our home as choosing not to follow the rules up until November of 2015. So since then, things have turned around, and my role has become a participant in the program, but also I feel like a little bit of a support to other parents who are newer in their journey with Safe Harbor, and I've been able to provide some support to them and answer questions and maybe ease the fear of getting involved. And I think sometimes the first hurdle is just admitting that you're willing to get help. Everyone wants to think that they can parent and do all these things on their own, but sometimes there is a need for additional support outside of the home. And so now I'm actually helping, but we are also still getting support with our the younger daughter, who's now 19. I think overall the mission is to guide families, restore families, but also assist them along their journey in the relationship with the Lord. And that's something that I've gotten out of this experience that I really wasn't going into looking for. It was unintentional, but has become intentional for me each week as I do go to class, and things that I just think about later on in the week are helping me in this journey as well. And I do consider myself I would even say an infant in the stages of development with a relationship with God, something that I'm really having to work on because I did not grow up in the church. And so this has been really a double-edged sword for me because it's brought out a lot of things from my childhood and given me ways to fill some of those voids, but also to become more knowledgeable in what I need to do in my relationship with the Lord. Well, one of the things that I've been willing to do is to talk to families who are in the middle of a crisis with their child and just lend them support and some comfort in knowing that Safe Harbor has the tools to help you in whatever situations you're dealing with your child. And I've seen families that are a lot worse off than ours, and then some that aren't near to the level of stress and crisis that we've been in. So it lends a support system all around. Building faith has been a huge part of this for our family, and not giving up on our family. I think one of the most powerful things that I've learned through this group is that the devil seeks the weakest link in the family and tries to get in through that member of the family. And our family was, and still is to some degree, the perfect vision of that, because this child is the weakest link and needs the most help. And so that's why I came to Safe Harbor, and I will continue to do that and also support other families. And actually, when I first started coming to Safe Harbor, we met in a local church facility and actually drew families from that particular population that maybe ordinarily wouldn't come into a support group or a system like Safe Harbor. And I have scoured the small groups in our church, and there aren't any groups specifically designed for families that are having issues. Number one, I can speak from experience, it's embarrassing. You don't want people to know about it. It's scary because you think about losing your child. You're concerned about your family unit. I mean, we have another child who's been affected through all this, and so I can't see why you wouldn't have this support group for families, and why churches wouldn't offer it, because it's giving you the tools to survive the crisis and giving hope for the future. There are lots of ways that people can support and get involved with Safe Harbor. One which I am adamant about is the prayer support. Every week we do pray for the families and the children that are involved in Safe Harbor and those families that we want to come to Safe Harbor. Other opportunities obviously would be providing funds for families that may not be able to afford to participate. I am getting interns involved through a local university who are wanting to major and pursue a career involved with ministry and families that are in crisis. And then obviously other donations that would be necessary to run the organization. I've been given an opportunity to be able to represent this organization and help spread the word to families who are in crisis and who are in need, and then thinking about building a relationship with the Lord, but also within your family unit. And I'm just thankful to have been a part of this journey, even though for our family it hasn't been the most pleasant journey. There's definitely been a lot of positive that has come out of this experience. Regarding the topics that are presented each week, I know when I came to Safe Harbor, it was about my child and quote unquote trying to fix my child. But in the process, I've learned so much about myself, whether it's codependency, whether it's anger management type issues, whether it's grief and loss. We've had a lot of grief involved and a lot of loss involved with the dreams that we had for our daughter. Every topic, and I've listened to the videos at least 3 times now, I always learn something new. I always note a Bible verse that I didn't pick up on the first go around. The topics are very relative to what you're going through, and it has also restored my faith in my marriage, which was very affected by the crisis from our daughter. And so there are pieces that are meaningful to any family that would attend this group or watch a video.
I want to invite you to take a look at our website, revelationstvseries.org. It's produced by Horizon Media Studios. It's a 501c3 media ministry, and what we're doing is helping other ministries tell their story. Homeless shelters and children's homes, Bible colleges, seminaries, mission sending agencies. With your help, we can continue to help tell their story, to inspire the world, to shine their light and let God get the glory for the work that's being done in advancing the kingdom of Jesus Christ.